God says, this is your last test. A wealth fortune has been sent for you, and if you hesitate or skip this, you will lose all your money. Don't skip, listen now. There are moments in life when God does not whisper, He speaks clearly and firmly, and this is one of those moments. This message is not ordinary, and it is not random. It carries the urgency of a divine turning point. This is not just a test about money or material things, this is about trust, obedience, and whether you are ready for the shift heaven is about to bring into your life. The words, your last test, are not meant to scare you, they are meant to wake you up. God sees your weariness, He knows the battles you have faced silently, the nights you prayed through tears, and the strength it took to keep believing when everything around you told you to give up. Right now, God has spoken this into your life not as a warning, but as a door being opened. The wealth fortune He speaks of is already sent. It's not a maybe. It's not in the making. It is released and on its way. But here's what you must understand, the final step before that breakthrough reaches your hands is this test you're in right now. A test not to harm you, but to reveal your faith. A test that demands your full attention, your undivided spirit, and your total surrender to Him. If you skip, if you doubt, if you brush this off as coincidence, you might miss the very thing you've been praying for all these years. If you believe this message is for you, comment Amen right now. This is the season where your decisions matter more than ever before. This is not just another day. This is the moment heaven pauses, the angels hold their breath, and your obedience becomes the key that either unlocks or delays the blessing that has already been declared yours. God has already assigned what belongs to you. The storehouses of heaven have been stirred. The people, the opportunities, the ideas, the resources, the open doors have already been prepared, but the last gatekeeper is your faith. This test might not even look like a test. It might come as a choice, a delay, a strange instruction, or something that forces you to stretch beyond your comfort zone. It may come as something small and quiet or something so loud and sudden it rattles your peace. But hear this with your spirit, if God says this is your last test, it means the next thing coming is the breakthrough itself. It means the wilderness season is closing, and your promised land is about to become visible. God is not a man that He should lie. If He says a wealth fortune has been sent, then it has already left heaven's hand. That financial blessing, that career shift, that unexpected provision, that increase, that promotion, that canceling of debts, that breakthrough that will rewrite your story, it's not in the planning stage. It has already been dispatched. But God is holy and wise, and He will never let provision rest in hands that are not ready to carry it with purpose. That's why this is a test. Not a punishment. Not a delay tactic. But a holy test that proves your heart is aligned, your spirit is anchored, and your trust is unshaken. Some of you have been walking with God long enough to know when He speaks, it moves things. And this is one of those divine instructions that separates the ones who are ready from the ones who still hesitate at the edge of breakthrough. If you feel this word pulling something deep inside you, like God is tapping your soul, then listen closely. God is not just releasing financial provision. He is placing you in a position where you will carry wealth as a testimony. Your life will declare that God provides, not just enough, but in overflow. You will not just pay your bills, you will fund kingdom work. You will not just come out of debt, you will break generational chains. You will not just get by, you will walk in divine surplus. If you believe in the shift God is preparing, like this video now. When God moves like this, it requires alignment. This is where your response becomes your seed. When God releases a word, your action is the soil where that word can take root. That's why obedience in this moment is critical. Every time you've obeyed before and nothing happened immediately, it was not wasted. It was stored. God is not unjust to forget your labor of love. He remembers. And now, He's saying, this is the moment. This is the test that comes before the transfer. This is the final pressing before the oil flows. This is the last stretch before the door opens. And some of you are being tempted to give up right now because the weight feels too much. But listen carefully, the pressure you're feeling is not punishment. It is proof that you are closer than ever before. Hell does not fight people who are far from their blessing. The enemy does not attack what is not a threat. You are feeling this now because the enemy knows what's coming for you, and he's terrified. But God is not only watching, He is standing with you in this. You are not walking through this alone. The Holy Spirit is your strength, your comforter, your guide, your covering. Comment 11:11 if you believe breakthrough has already been released. Even now, as you read this, angels are being dispatched with instructions concerning you. God is making a way where there seemed to be none. He is shifting hearts. He is moving behind the scenes. He is aligning people you haven't even met yet to bless you, to open doors, to call your name in rooms you've never entered. He is releasing favor that makes no sense to the world, but makes perfect sense to those who walk by faith. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. The reason God is calling this your last test is because the next chapter is too important to be handed over lightly. He is protecting what He has for you by ensuring that you are truly ready to receive it. Not just ready with your hands, but ready with your heart. You are being prepared not just for wealth, but for impact. Not just for blessings, but for legacy. You are being trusted with more than provision. You are being trusted with purpose. So don't skip this. Don't scroll past what might be the most important turning point in your spiritual journey. There is something in this message that is speaking directly to your spirit, because your spirit knows it's time. You've waited long enough. You've suffered quietly. You've held on when others gave up. You've cried in secret but praised in public. And God has seen it all. Every seed you've sown, every prayer you've whispered, every act of kindness, every time you chose love over bitterness, it has all counted. This is not about earning His favor, this is about stepping into what He already decided to give you. God is faithful, and when He says the wealth fortune has been sent, your only job is to stay faithful through the final test. Don't let doubt speak louder than His voice. Don't let fear rob you of what's already yours. Don't let hesitation become the thief of the blessing that's standing at your door. It was preparation. It was heaven shaping the path, arranging the moments, removing what couldn't go with you, and building the kind of strength in your spirit that only fire could produce. Now, with heaven's full attention and the eyes of angels fixed on you, the Lord is declaring that this is your last test before the blessing becomes visible. There is a quiet war happening in the unseen. Not all battles are loud. Some are fought in the stillness, in the private battles of your heart, in the choices you make when no one is watching. God has been watching how you've responded when things didn't go your way. He saw you when you wanted to retaliate but chose peace. He saw you when you were overlooked but stayed humble. He saw your sacrifice, your quiet endurance, and your relentless hope. And now, He is saying the time has come. Not later. Not someday. But now. Comment 222 if you trust this word is being fulfilled in your life right now. The test in front of you may seem ordinary on the surface. It may not look like a spiritual moment at all. It could come wrapped in disappointment. It could look like a closed door or an unexpected challenge. But do not misjudge this moment. Sometimes, the biggest breakthroughs were the disguise of difficulty. What you feel right now is not rejection. It is redirection. What seems like a setback is actually the setup God has been orchestrating for your elevation. He has already written your victory into the story. He has already commanded the blessing to find you. It will not miss you. It will not go to someone else. It has your name on it. What He has spoken over your life cannot be reversed. The enemy has tried everything he could to wear you out, to convince you to give up just before it happens. But the enemy does not control the outcome. He cannot cancel what God has already blessed. He cannot stop what heaven has already released. But you must not let this final test make you quit. This is the place where most people give up. They are too tired. They are too discouraged. They let their feelings drown out their faith. But not you. Not this time. You have come too far. You have sown too much. You have survived what others did not. This test is not your end, it is the confirmation that you are ready. It is the final sign that the wealth fortune already sent is on its way to your hands. God is not just sending money. He is sending provision that solves problems. He is sending opportunities that transform generations. He is sending increase that will make your enemies confused. He is sending a shift that will change everything. You are not called to live in cycles of lack and delay. You are called to carry the overflow. You are called to be the lender, not the borrower. You are called to walk in divine purpose without the weight of financial pressure crushing your peace. Right now, as you take this in, something is moving in your favor. Something is opening that no man can shut. God is removing barriers. He is breaking generational curses. He is placing your name in the hearts of people who can help you. The Spirit of God is assigning angels to war on your behalf. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for what is about to happen next. Your last test may involve patience. It may require silence when you want to speak. It may stretch your faith to uncomfortable places. But every second of this is refining you. Every moment of obedience is unlocking the next level. This is not about perfection. God is not testing your ability to perform. He is looking at the posture of your heart. Will you trust Him when nothing makes sense? Will you believe when the pressure increases? Will you stand when you feel like falling apart? He is whispering now, deep into your spirit, reminding you that you are His. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are favored not because of your effort but because of His love. He has covered you in grace for such a time as this. You didn't survive all that pain just to be average. You didn't go through the fire to come out empty-handed. You are stepping into the fulfillment of the promises He made to you in the dark. What He said is still true. What He started, He will finish. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. This wealth that has been sent is not coming by accident. It is not luck. It is the fruit of your endurance. It is the reward of your trust. It is the evidence of God's goodness. And when it arrives, it will come suddenly. It will come without warning. It will feel like everything changed overnight. But it won't be overnight. It will be the harvest of years of silent sowing, secret battles, and faithful obedience. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what God is releasing over your life. You may feel alone in this test, but you are surrounded. The Spirit of God is surrounding your mind with peace, your body with strength, your household with protection, your future with hope. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. This pressure is not to destroy you, it is pushing you into purpose. The weight you feel is not your enemy. It is the sign that you are carrying something valuable. This is the moment where your history and your destiny are colliding. The shame, the loss, the heartbreak, the confusion, it all stops here. The cycle ends here. The spiritual fog is clearing. The heavens are opening. You are stepping into a season of clarity, blessing, and manifestation. What God promised you is not on hold. It is being delivered. It is arriving. Your last test is here because your new beginning is already written. Hold on. Stay obedient. Keep your posture. Even if it hurts. Even if it confuses you. Even if the test feels unfair. Trust that the God who brought you this far did not bring you here to leave you empty. He is faithful. He is good. And He is right on time. What's coming will make sense of every tear. What's next will erase the memory of the wait. And when the blessing lands, you will remember this moment and say, "It was worth it." He watched as you kept praising Him even with tears in your eyes. He held your hand through storms no one else knew you were in. Now, in this exact moment, He is telling you that the wait is over, the refining is done, and your reward is near, but there's one last threshold you must cross. This moment is sacred. The silence you feel around you is not abandonment, it is the hush that comes before heaven erupts with fulfillment. God is giving you one last test, not to stress you, but to lift you. This is the final piece of the journey where trust matters more than sight. He is about to elevate you to a place you've prayed for, cried for, fasted for, and He must be sure your heart is ready to carry it with humility and purpose. This isn't just about money, it's about stewardship. It's about what you'll do with the fortune once it arrives. Comment 555 if you believe this blessing will not pass you by. The wealth fortune has been sent. That means it has already left heaven. It's not being considered. It's not pending. It's not in processing. It's sent. It's on its way. It has your name, your address, your purpose attached to it. There is nothing the enemy can do to intercept what God has personally released. But the question is, will you hold on long enough to receive it? Sometimes, God hides a miracle inside a moment that seems too painful to bear. He allows pressure so your spirit can rise above your flesh. And if you're reading this right now, it's because you're close. The enemy wants to convince you this is the end, that it's over, that you missed it, that you're not good enough, but that's only because what's coming for you is greater than anything you've seen. The battle has been intense because the blessing is enormous. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. God does not put weight on someone who is not being elevated. He does not prune what He doesn't plan to grow. Every restriction, every delay, every test is a setup for a release that will turn everything in your favor. And He's not sending scraps. He's not sending just enough to survive. He's sending more than you imagined, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You're being prepared to manage overflow. You're being trained in the silence so you don't fall when the noise comes. Because when this wealth reaches your hands, people will notice. When this favor touches your name, you will stand out. And with that visibility comes responsibility. That's why God had to test you. That's why He let you walk alone sometimes, not to break you, but to build in you what you needed to carry the blessing without letting pride enter your heart. Heaven's timing is perfect. God is not late. You didn't miss it. It's still yours. The reason this moment feels heavy is because the weight of blessing is close. You don't feel pressure when nothing is coming. You feel the squeeze right before birth. And in the spirit, you are crowning. Something new is coming through you. A version of yourself that is bold in faith, unshaken by fear, and fully equipped to walk in what God has promised. Your test may be one of silence. Maybe God is quiet right now. Maybe you're praying and nothing feels different. But remember, the teacher is always silent during the test. That does not mean He has left. His silence is not absence, it's trust. He's watching you choose faith in the middle of confusion. He's watching you worship when your heart is tired. He's watching how you respond in the fire. And that response is unlocking the release. Comment 1212 if you know God is making a way where you see none. What's coming will shift your entire household. It won't just bless you, it will reach your family, your children, your children's children. This is generational. The Lord is redeeming the years that were stolen. He is restoring the time you thought was wasted. And the blessing will be so complete, so undeniable, that even those who doubted you will have to admit God's hand was on your life all along. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This is not just about financial increase. This is about alignment. This is about purpose. God is placing you in the right rooms, with the right people, at the right time. He is removing relationships that cannot carry your calling. He is severing ties that were delaying your breakthrough. He is doing spiritual surgery, cutting away everything that cannot go into the next season with you. And though it hurts, it is mercy. Because where you're going, there must be clarity. You are about to experience divine connections. The kind you didn't chase, the kind you didn't beg for, the kind that show up by God's design. Doors will open not because you pushed, but because you were positioned. Resources will find you. Help will arrive. Things will accelerate. And it will happen quickly. One day, it will seem like nothing is changing. Then suddenly, everything will shift. But first, the test. This is the hour where your posture matters. Stay humble. Stay surrendered. Speak life. Declare God's promises even if your circumstances look the opposite. This is not the time to retreat. This is the time to press in. Because the enemy wants you to fold right before the fulfillment. He wants you to get discouraged so you disqualify yourself. But the enemy has already lost. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. The wealth fortune is not the reward. Obedience is the reward, and wealth follows those who obey. You are chosen. You are covered. You are protected. Heaven is backing you. Angels are guarding your steps. The Holy Spirit is giving you discernment. You will know what to do. You will sense what to say yes to, and what to walk away from. The presence of God will surround your decision-making. You will not move by fear. You will move by peace. And peace will be your confirmation. Don't underestimate what this final test carries. It may be disguised in frustration. It may be wrapped in waiting. But inside it is your release. Inside it is the breakthrough that rewrites your life. And when it comes, it will come not just with money, but with vision. With joy. With purpose. With clarity. With restoration. With healing. With things money can never buy. God is not pacing with worry about your future. He has seen every step ahead of you, and He has already provided the answer before the question ever reached your lips. This test, the one you're facing right now, is the final crossing before you enter into what God has promised. It is not to break you, but to break open what belongs to you. Comment 777 if you believe the breakthrough has already been written in your name. The wealth that has been sent is not just currency in the natural. It is favor, it is open doors, it is divine access, it is fresh oil, it is supernatural provision flowing in ways you could not have imagined. God is not limited to human systems or earthly resources. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He holds the hearts of kings in his hands. What you need does not intimidate God. What feels impossible to you is simple to him. When he speaks, things shift. When he moves, things align. And he has spoken, your wealth has been sent. But with great release comes great responsibility. He is not only sending money into your life, he is sending weight. Not the kind that burdens, but the kind that anchors. Weight that comes with influence. Weight that comes with spiritual authority. Weight that requires a heart that remains bowed before him even when the bank is full. That's why he tests. That's why he pauses before the release. Because what he's about to place in your hands must be handled with holy reverence. This is a moment of divine inspection. Not to shame you, but to shape you. God is looking at your heart posture. He is watching how you respond when you feel overlooked. He's measuring your reaction when doors don't open fast enough. He's listening for the sound of worship even when the room feels silent. Because the kind of blessing he's releasing is not ordinary. It is the kind that will make people ask how it happened. And your life will answer, only God. God is about to make you a testimony of divine reversal. You're going to see debts disappear. You're going to watch lack turn into overflow. You're going to see broken things healed. You're going to walk into rooms where you once felt small, and you will be seated with honor. But you must pass this test. You must hold steady even when it feels like everything is resisting you. Because resistance is the proof that you're gaining ground. This test may require stillness when you're used to striving. It may demand surrender when your instincts tell you to fix things yourself. It may call for generosity even when you feel like you're the one in need. Whatever it is, lean in. Trust that God is not random. Trust that he is not cruel. He is good, even when it feels hard. He is kind, even when it feels quiet. He is intentional in all things, especially now. You are not being forgotten. You are being favored. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Because what's coming requires more than desire, it requires discipline. And that's what this test is shaping in you. The kind of faith that holds on even when the outcome is unclear. The kind of trust that doesn't flinch when the answer takes longer than expected. God is not just answering prayers. He is writing legacy. He is giving you something that your children and their children will reap from. He is establishing your name in rooms that hold influence, in places that carry weight, in environments that once seemed out of reach. This isn't just about you. This is about generations. And he had to make sure your roots were deep before he let the fruit be seen. Comment 999 if you believe God is moving behind the scenes right now. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. He is moving in the places you can't see. He is working through people you've never met. He is aligning timelines and decisions and outcomes that will suddenly make sense. When it happens, it will happen quickly. You will look back and say, "How did all of this come together so fast?" But God will remind you, it wasn't fast, it was faithful. It was years of obedience coming into bloom. It was every silent prayer, every small act of trust, every moment you chose Him over convenience. None of it was wasted. Even now, angels are being dispatched to deliver what has your name on it. Even now, doors are unlocking. Even now, what was stuck is shifting. Even now, God is speaking your name in the presence of people who have the ability to open massive doors. Even now, peace is being released into your mind, strength into your body, clarity into your spirit. You are not walking toward the blessing anymore. You are standing at the edge of it. But the test must be passed. You must stay planted. You must not let weariness push you to settle. You must not let delay make you doubt. You must remember that what God sends, no one can block. And what He seals, no one can steal. You are safe in His plan. You are secure in His timing. You are held in His hand. You will not miss it. You will not lose it. You will not fall short of it. As long as you trust Him, you will see it through. Every tear has been counted. Every sacrifice has been seen. Every time you kept believing when it was easier to give up has built something eternal. And now heaven is declaring that the time is near. The wait is almost over. The answer is close. The blessing is within reach. All you need to do now is pass this final test. Not with perfection, but with trust. Not with performance, but with surrender. God never asked you to carry it alone, He only asked you to walk with Him through it. So keep going. Keep standing. Keep praising. Keep speaking life. Keep choosing faith. Because when this blessing lands, it won't just be enough, it will be more than enough. It will silence every doubt, silence every enemy, silence every lie that tried to convince you God wasn't going to come through. And your life will declare boldly and without apology, God did this. God has declared that the wealth fortune has already been sent, and the only thing standing between you and what's been released is the completion of this final test. This is not about being perfect. This is not about performing. This is about holding your position. This is about staying rooted in faith even while your circumstances try to shake you loose. Heaven has moved. The spiritual realm has shifted in your favor. What has been held up is now being released. What was locked is now being opened. What was dry is now beginning to flow. This is not a season of maybe. This is not a time of waiting in the dark anymore. The light is breaking through. The moment you've prayed for is unfolding. And yet, even with all of this divine movement, God is still asking for one thing from you, your trust. Comment 10:10 if you trust God even when you can't trace the outcome yet. God has always been more interested in your faith than your comfort. He never tests to hurt, but He does test to reveal. Because what is revealed in the pressure is what was always there. And what God has seen in you, even through the storms, is a heart that has refused to let go of Him. You may have doubted. You may have questioned. You may have cried. But you stayed. You kept believing. You kept returning to Him even when everything around you was falling apart. And now, this last test is not here to defeat you. It is here to elevate you. It is not an ending, it is a proving ground. The blessing has already been signed in heaven. The release has already been declared. The wealth has already been packaged and marked with your name. But God is making sure that when it lands in your hands, it will grow, not corrupt. That it will bless, not burden. That it will lead you deeper into Him, not away from Him. This final test might come in the form of waiting longer than you think you can. It might come in the form of being misunderstood or overlooked. It might come in a situation where everything in you wants to react in the flesh, but your spirit says, "Be still." It might look like doors closing just as you thought you were about to step through. It might feel unfair, but God is not unfair. He is holy, and His timing is perfect. You are not being passed by. You are not being ignored. You are being refined for greatness. What is ahead of you carries eternal weight. The wealth God is sending is not just about your comfort, it's about your calling. He is positioning you to fund visions, to feed the hungry, to support ministries, to break cycles of poverty in families, to shift atmospheres in communities. This is not a small thing. That's why the test is heavy. Because the assignment is holy. Every delay has been strategic. Every battle has had purpose. Every moment of silence has built strength you didn't even know you had. You are stronger now. You are wiser now. You are more surrendered now. God has watched you grow into someone who can carry this level of blessing and not be crushed by it. You've died to things others are still clinging to. You've let go of what doesn't serve your spirit. You've chosen the narrow road again and again. That is why God can trust you now. This test is not here to shame you or strip you. It is here to usher you in. You are about to walk through the door that generations before you never could. You are about to touch what they prayed for but never saw. You are about to receive what you were born to carry. It's coming. It's moving. It's shifting into view. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. And you will not have to force it. You will not have to fight people to get it. You will not have to beg. You will not have to chase. When God sends it, it will settle into your life with peace. There will be no anxiety in it. There will be no confusion in it. The blessing of the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow to it. When this wealth fortune lands, it will come with ease. Not because it was easy, but because the Spirit of God cleared the path. You will step into favor you didn't ask for. You will receive calls you didn't expect. People will look for you. Resources will align. Clients will come. Doors will swing open. But it will all come after this final test. Not because God is unsure of you, but because He wants you to be sure of Him. He wants you to know in the depths of your soul that it was never about what you could do, it was always about what He had planned. Comment 15:15 if you believe this next season will carry evidence of divine provision. God does not operate on human calendars. What felt like delay was divine design. What felt like silence was spiritual alignment. And now, suddenly, the shift is here. You may not see it fully yet, but your spirit feels it. That's why you're restless. That's why the old places don't feel comfortable anymore. That's why people are falling away and situations are closing. It's not rejection. It's transition. It's the hand of God clearing your path. Do not look back. Do not second guess. Do not let the weight of uncertainty stop your walk. You are being led, not by sight, but by fire. The same God who brought water from the rock, who fed Elijah by ravens, who provided oil for the widow, is now declaring provision over your life. He has seen your faith, and He is responding with overflow. Not a trickle. Not a temporary relief. But a flood. This is your time to stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Let Him fight for you. Let Him bring it to your doorstep. Let Him complete what He started. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on schedule for a divine release that will remind everyone who sees it that God favors those who trust Him fully. So do not grow weary. Do not give in to doubt. Do not abandon the promise. You are closer now than you've ever been. What's on the other side of this test will not only change your life, it will become a testimony for others to hold on to when they feel like giving up. Your endurance is prophetic. Your perseverance is powerful. Your victory is sealed. You have walked through fire, and you are coming out without the smell of smoke. You have survived storms, and now you will thrive in sunshine. The same ground that was once dry is about to bloom. The same hands that were empty are about to overflow. The same heart that was broken is about to dance again. You are stepping into the fulfillment of something that has been declared over your life since before you were born. The wealth fortune has already been sent. It is not a promise waiting to be written, it is a promise waiting to be received. But first, this last test must be completed. It is not punishment. It is protection. It is the final seal of readiness. This test doesn't come to see if you are worthy. God already called you worthy. This test comes to position your heart, to confirm your surrender, to settle you into the posture of full trust. Because what God is about to release is too holy, too weighty, too precious to be placed into a spirit that is still tossed by fear or doubt. This wealth is not just for survival. It is for purpose. It is meant to lift burdens, to answer prayers, to provide for the things God has called you to build. It is meant to be evidence of His goodness, not just in your life, but through your life. And that's why the test is so personal. Because God is doing something in you before He releases something to you. He is shaping your motives. He is anchoring your thoughts. He is burning away what cannot go into the next chapter with you. Comment 1717 if you believe God is finishing what He started in you. What you are walking through right now is not a sign that things are going wrong. It is proof that things are about to go right in a way you've never seen before. The discomfort is not random. The stretching is not wasted. The silence is not absence. God is with you in every breath of it. He is guiding your spirit through this last test, not to leave you questioning, but to bring you into clarity. He is removing noise. He is stripping distractions. He is silencing opinions that were never meant to influence your destiny. You've been called for this moment. You've been prepared for this moment. And now, God is asking you to trust what He put inside you. There is strength in you that came from fire. There is wisdom in you that came from walking through dark places. There is authority on your life that came from choosing Him over and over, even when it would have been easier to turn away. All of it was leading here. To this moment. To this test. To this blessing. And this time, it will not slip through your hands. You've known what it means to lose. You've tasted disappointment. You've seen doors close without warning. You've cried prayers that felt like they vanished into the air. But now, the season is changing. The wind is shifting. The hand of God is moving in places you cannot see, and everything is about to come together. Not because of striving. Not because of performance. But because of grace. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. God is sending restoration wrapped in provision. He is sending wisdom with the wealth. He is sending discernment with the opportunity. This is not just a moment of material blessing. This is a season of divine establishment. He is rooting you in places that once rejected you. He is blessing you in the presence of those who thought you would never rise. He is anointing you in front of those who doubted your calling. You are being honored for what you endured. You are being favored for what you stayed faithful through. The blessing that is being sent is tailored to your obedience. It is shaped by your surrender. It is timed with perfection. And it is coming. Quickly. Powerfully. Fully. This is why you must not hesitate. You must not shrink. You must not question whether you're ready. If God sent the test, He has already declared you ready. He is not uncertain about you. He is not unsure of your future. He is not wavering in His promises. He is steady. He is sovereign. He is in control. And His plans for you are not fragile, they are firm. Even now, the heavens are declaring over your name. Even now, the Spirit of God is preparing people, places, and timing. Even now, what you thought was broken is being rebuilt behind the scenes. Even now, your name is being spoken in places of influence. You do not need to chase. You do not need to push. You only need to remain faithful in this test, because everything else is already set in motion. Comment Amen if you receive this word in your heart. This is not about hype. This is about truth. The truth that God finishes what He starts. The truth that He does not lie. The truth that He rewards faithfulness. And He has seen every time you stayed loyal when it would have been easier to give up. That loyalty did not go unnoticed. Heaven took record. And now, reward is being released. The promise is unfolding. But you must keep going. This last test is the narrowest part of the path. It's where the enemy throws distraction, discouragement, and delay. It's where fear tries to creep in and convince you that maybe the promise wasn't for you after all. But hear this clearly, the devil is a liar. He is afraid of what's coming for you. That's why he's trying to shake you now. Because he knows he can't touch what God is about to release, but he hopes he can get you to forfeit it. Don't. Hold your ground. Stand in peace. Stay rooted in praise. Speak what God said even when your emotions try to say something else. Worship louder than the worry. Declare louder than the doubt. Walk in boldness even if your steps are trembling. Because what's ahead of you is bigger than the battle behind you. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not lacking. You are in divine alignment for a release that will overflow in every direction. The wealth, the favor, the open doors, the restoration, the healing, it is all connected to your obedience right now. This final test is birthing more than just blessing. It is birthing breakthrough, and that breakthrough will leave a legacy. The fire was necessary. The crushing was sacred. The pressing was preparation. But the glory that's coming will outweigh every ounce of pain. And soon, you will look back at this test and weep, not from sorrow, but from gratitude. Because you'll see how God carried you. You'll see how He protected you. You'll see how He never left, even when you didn't feel Him. You've cried long enough. You've endured silently. You've waited while watching others rise. But your turn has come. Not because of your strength, but because of His goodness. The reason this test feels heavier than the others is because it carries the weight of breakthrough. It carries the final press that brings the oil. This is the place where your obedience will speak louder than your emotions. It is here, in this moment, where everything is being determined, not by how loudly you praise, but by how deeply you trust. This is not the time to waver. This is not the time to look back. You must fix your eyes forward, because what is behind you cannot compare to the glory that is about to be revealed. Comment 222 if you trust God's timing and divine release. Right now, you may feel like nothing around you reflects the word God has spoken. You may feel overlooked, exhausted, confused. But that's how the last part of the test often feels. It disguises itself as discouragement to see if you'll abandon what God promised in the face of pressure. But listen to the truth, the pressure means proximity. You are closer than ever before. The reason it feels like a fight is because the enemy senses that you're about to step into everything that was once delayed. There are doors you didn't knock on that are about to open. There are blessings you didn't chase that are about to find you. There are debts that will be erased, burdens that will be lifted, and burdens that will turn into testimonies. This is not a theory. This is divine certainty. God has already declared it, and nothing can overturn what His mouth has spoken. What's been sent is not waiting on heaven anymore, it's waiting on you to finish this test with unwavering surrender. This moment is not about earning His love. You've always had that. It's about positioning your heart in such a way that when the wealth and increase arrive, they don't distract you, they anchor you even more in Him. The kind of blessing God is releasing isn't shallow. It isn't temporary. It isn't showy. It is sacred. It is sustained by obedience. It is carried by maturity. And it is fueled by purpose. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are receiving for your bloodline. You are receiving for every generation that comes after you. You are receiving for every person connected to your purpose. That is why it had to come through fire. That is why the wait was intense. That is why the road was narrow. Because what God is entrusting to you is not just wealth, it is the responsibility to carry it with wisdom and compassion. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. This test may feel like silence. It may feel like you're doing all the right things and seeing none of the right results. But the silence is not rejection. It is reverence. It is heaven holding its breath, watching to see how you will respond when nothing makes sense and yet you still choose to believe. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith unlocks vaults in the spiritual realm. That kind of faith causes blessings to overtake you. Comment Amen if you know your trust is unlocking supernatural release. God is not interested in watching you suffer. He is interested in building something through you that the world cannot ignore. When this wealth touches your hands, people will know it didn't come from manipulation. They'll know it wasn't luck. They'll know it was God. And your story will testify, not of how perfect you were, but of how faithful He is. The enemy has tried to convince you that you're too late, that you missed it, that the window has closed. But the devil is a liar. There is no expiration date on a word from God. There is no delay that can destroy a promise that was birthed in the heart of heaven. What's for you is still for you. And it is coming, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Right now, God is arranging alignments. The people who will play a role in your next season are being prepared. The conversations, the decisions, the unexpected favor, it's all falling into place. Not because of striving, but because of trust. You don't have to force open a door that God has already unlocked. All you have to do is keep walking, even when the hallway feels empty. This last test is not a trap, it is a gate. And once you walk through it, you won't go back. The poverty mindset will break. The fear of not having enough will be destroyed. The anxiety over provision will disappear. Because you will have seen with your own eyes what it looks like when God provides in ways that go beyond numbers and paychecks. This is the season where manna falls again. Where oil doesn't run dry. Where jars are filled by faith. Where wells of favor spring up in places that were once dry and lifeless. This is your time to witness the supernatural. To see heaven invade your finances, your business, your home, your body, your relationships. The shift is happening now. But don't rush it. Don't push it. Don't panic. What God is doing cannot be measured by human timelines. It is bigger than you think. It is deeper than you've imagined. And it is right on time. You are not late. You are right where He needs you to be. And every detail is being handled. Every stone is being moved. Every block is being broken. The Lord is not only giving you wealth, He is giving you peace. Peace that can't be taken. Peace that calms storms. Peace that restores sleep. Peace that fills the room even when the world is loud. That's what's coming with this blessing. Not stress. Not pressure. But stillness. Security. Supernatural stability. Comment 333 if you declare that peace and overflow are entering your life right now. Do not let go now. This is the moment where most people walk away. They get tired just before the release. They quit just before the shift. But you are not most people. You are chosen. You are marked. You are trusted. And you will not miss what God has already decided to give you. The blessing is closer than your next breath. The miracle is already moving toward you. The wealth has already been dispatched. The shift is already written. And all that's left is your endurance. All that's left is your posture. All that's left is your yes. You are not being tested to see if you are worthy. You are being tested because you already are. God is giving you one final moment to prove, not to Him, but to yourself, that your trust is unshakable, your faith is rooted, and your heart is ready.